covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live on this Wednesday. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. More storms could roll through 5 country today. So let's go ahead and send it over to Zach for a look at today's forecast.
Thanks, ladies. We're already seeing those scattered showers developing earlier this morning in Oklahoma, rolling in, especially for the back end or the back half of our morning commute. We're seeing some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms working into 5 country. Now, as we work through mid-morning, that'll kind of be our peak here, 9, 10 o'clock for storm coverage across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Could have a few strong storms mixed in spots. Damaging hail will be the main concern with our morning round of thunderstorms. Not going to be widespread severe weather, but again, we'll have to keep our eyes on at least a few stronger storms. Could see a few strong wind gusts, mainly south of the River Valley. We'll likely see a lull late morning, early afternoon. Some sunshine will try to mix in, and that'll help build that instability back in. And we could be talking about another round of some scattered showers and thunderstorms with a few severe storms mixed in. Damaging hail being our top threat with some damaging wind gusts and a low-end tornado threat mainly across our southern zones. We'll keep that active pattern rolling on with more rain chances as we head into the overnight hours, Thursday, Friday, even into the weekend. The threat for some strong to severe storms is there. We're keeping our eyes on it, and we'll keep you updated day by day.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin says he has issued a cease and desist for 2 abortion pill companies that are advertising in Arkansas.
Both companies are accused of violating the Arkansas Deceptive Trade Practices Act.
Yeah, in a statement, Griffin said, quote, abortions are prohibited in Arkansas except under very limited circumstances. As such, abortion pills may not be legally shipped to Arkansans. Now, Griffin said that if the company doesn't stop, they could face lawsuits from the state. The companies have 14 days to notify the state of the steps they've made to follow the letter.
And a progress report has been delivered from the group looking to expand pre-K and after-school programs while putting limits on school choice vouchers. The group 4AR Kids announcing that they expect to have about 40,000 signatures in hand in the next few days. They need 91,000 by July to get the Arkansas Educational Rights Amendment on the ballot. If it passes, it would create universal pre-K and after-school programs and require private schools that get money from the LEARNS Act to meet the same standards as public schools. Meanwhile, the University of Arkansas board is considering raising tuition across 5 of its universities. That was during its meeting today and tomorrow. The proposal would raise tuition and fees by almost 4% in Fayetteville and more than 6% in Fort Smith. The other campuses considering increasing tuition include the University of Arkansas at Monticello, Pine Bluff, and Little Rock.
New U.S. Census data shows a few Arkansas cities experienced a drop in population. That includes Fort Smith, which saw population decline for the first time in nearly a decade.
City leaders tell 5 News reporter Kayla Davis that they're working to make sure this does not become a trend.
Newly released U.S. Census data for 2022-2023 shows Fort Smith lost about 300 people last year. According to the city, Fort Smith has a population of about 90,000 and gains around 500 residents on average each year. So what changed? City spokesperson Josh Bufing doesn't think the recent decline aligns with development in Fort Smith.
From all the signs that I'm seeing, Fort Smith is actually growing, so I was actually a little shocked to see that the population had decreased based on the 2023 estimates.
That growth he's talking about includes the new Foreign Military Sales, or FMS, Pilot Training Center at the Ebbing National Air Guard Base.
That's estimated by itself to bring in 1,500 military members and their families.
With that still on the horizon, Fort Smith is actively working to attract new residents.
We're also doing a program with a company called Make My Move, which incentivizes remote workers to come to Fort Smith.
Bufing says the city hopes to bring in 25 remote workers along with their family through the incentive package worth about $1,000. He hopes to see numbers back on a positive trend in the next year.
Based on our housing, based on our growth, based on the FMS project that I mentioned and all these other incentives that we're having for people to come into our city, there's no reason to believe that this will be a trend going forward.
In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Kayla Davis, 5 News.
Well, big changes are coming to Bentonville.
Yeah, the school district and the Accelerate Foundation has broken ground on an affordable housing project. The development is called Macaulay Place, which will have 120 multifamily apartments and 40 single-family cottages. It'll be on the corner of 41st and I. Bentonville School District says that this is another way to recruit the best staff for the district. Meanwhile, developers say it's a one-of-a-kind project because it offers a child care center, shared equity, and a home ownership program.
get the benefits of home ownership, but we remove a lot of the negatives. What does that mean? They pay $1,500 a month, and there is no down payment. There is no principal mortgage insurance. There's no closing costs. There's no taxes. There's no building maintenance, and there's no building insurance.
Well, the price tag on the project will cost $40 to $50 million. Phase 1 will open in the end of 2025. Well, those are some of your top news stories on this Wednesday.
You can find us right back here tomorrow for more. Have a great day.